Good afternoon, KELOLAND. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. We continue to follow slightly cooler air and strong winds, too. Temperatures are in the 70s and 80s. We have 80 degrees in Mitchell, 80 in Winter. Currently 78 degrees in Huron. As we do take a look at the winds, we have strong westerly winds in central to northwestern South Dakota. Sustained winds around 30 to 35 miles per hour. With mostly sunny conditions today, we'll have highs in the 70s and 80s. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up as we begin midday in KELOLAND.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, midday in KELOLAND.
Former South Dakota Attorney General Jason Ravnsborg is no longer allowed to practice law. Details from today's Supreme Court decision. And the Red Rock Bar and Grill near Rowena made the move from 2 wheels to 4 this week. A closer look at cruise nights. Well, good afternoon, and thanks for having us in. Former South Dakota Attorney General Jason Ravnsborg will not be allowed to practice law for the next 6 months. Today, the South Dakota Supreme Court laid down its decision to revoke Ravnsborg's law license over his conduct following the 2020 death of Joe Beaver. The Supreme Court held a hearing back in February to determine whether Ravnsborg should temporarily lose his law license. He was impeached and removed from office in 2022. Our other top story this midday is the investigation into the hazing and bullying in the Henry School District. We're now joined by KELOLAND Summer Roddershop with a preview of the stories that she's working on for today. Summer?
Yeah, Tom. So the school district says that multiple students have violated policy and that they are being disciplined. The Cottington County Sheriff's Office also told us that they're investigating. And then last night, I was able to sit down with 3 of the 7th grade boys who say that they were repeatedly beaten by other students on a school bus.
There's been incidents that they have handed us garbage to make us walk up to the front of the bus and throw it away for them. And on our way back to the back of the bus, they loosened the seatbelts all the way and hit us multiple times in the legs, backs, thighs, everywhere.
Coming up tonight at 6, we're going to hear from the boys' mothers about how they finally got their sons to tell them what was happening and what they hope to accomplish by speaking publicly.
And also tonight we'll hear from 3 of the boys, right?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Summer. Turning now to first look at your midday forecast with meteorologist Scott Muntz. Well, Scott, what's going on out there today?
Well, we are looking at strong winds, especially across central to northwestern South Dakota. We have very strong winds coming in from the west. You know, they're sustained around 30 to 35 miles per hour. We also have the occasional higher gust. These winds are helping to bring in some drier air. In fact, I don't know if you've been outside lately, but it should feel a lot drier than what it was when you came into work this morning. Have you been able to sneak outside?
No, I haven't. I've been too busy, being president of your fan club. That takes up a lot of my time, Scott.
Well, thank you for doing that, too. I really appreciate it. But it does feel a lot drier, so maybe after midday you can run out there. Those wind gusts in the 30 to near 40 mile per hour range, but check out Buffalo, up to 53 miles per hour. And there's a look at the dew point temperatures. We're now in the low to middle 50s. This morning we had dew point temperatures in the middle 60s around Sioux Falls. Now we're still in the 60s in Worthington towards Spencer, but that will change as west and northwest winds help bring in that drier air. Temperatures right now are in the 70s to near 80 degrees. This is Futurecast. As we do go into the afternoon hours, we may have thunderstorms well to our east into eastern Minnesota and western Wisconsin. Those may become strong to severe, but nothing like that for us today. We'll go with mostly sunny skies, 70s and 80s for afternoon highs with our strong westerly winds. And this weekend we'll start warm, then I think we will cool on Sunday with another round of cooler air coming in from the north and the northeast. We'll have northeast winds on Sunday. I wouldn't be surprised if we have areas stuck in the 60s for afternoon highs, holding that chance for rain in south central to southeastern South Dakota, parts of western Iowa, mainly on Sunday. And right now I only have it in there at 20%. I'll have more details on your KELOLAND Live Doppler forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. 605 Running Company in Sioux Falls is accepting donations of used athletic footwear. Now, the project is a partnership with Got Sneakers. The company is based in Miami, Florida, and has more than 150,000 partners across the United States. 605 Running Company is paid for every bag of shoes it sends south and uses that money to help support local nonprofits. Now, we'll tell you how many pairs of shoes end up in the landfill each year and why this recycling project is important to 605 Running Company. That's in tonight's Eye on KELOLAND at 10. After hosting its final bike night of the summer last week, Red Rock Bar and Grill near Rowena made the move from 2 wheels to 4 wheels on Wednesday. The Great Plains Street Rodders set up shop for one night only, and nearly 100 classic cars were lining the parking lot, as you can see.
We've got a little over 300 members, and every Wednesday night all summer long we do a cruise night to a different location around town.
Red Rock used the event as another opportunity to raise money for the Children's Home Society. If you missed last night's get-together, the Great Plains Street Rodders will host their final summer cruise of the year next Wednesday at Straight Lines Custom Restorations in T. That event runs from 5 until 8 p.m. Well, if your social media hasn't already been flooded with images of the baby pygmy hippo that's gone viral, well, we're about to introduce you. A zoo in Thailand is now pushing to copyright the pint-sized star. CBS's Tina Kraus has the story.
Who could resist this face? Certainly not these huge crowds lining up at a zoo in Thailand to catch a glimpse of 2-month-old Mudang. That's Thai for bouncing pig. She's so cute, this girl says. I want to pet her. She's such a little lump. We had to come see Mudang, says this visitor. The baby hippo is now a global sensation, surrendering to fame when her image went viral, thanks to her keeper who posted it. I didn't expect she'd become this famous, but it's great, he says. The zoo is getting more visitors and generating more income. Visitor numbers have more than doubled, and the animal park is now pushing to patent and trademark Mudang to prevent the shiny star from being commercialized by anyone but them. Her playful antics have captivated hearts worldwide. He says, I saw her on TikTok, and she likes to bounce. Countless memes have boosted her popularity online. The NBA's Utah Jazz featured her in a promotion for their opening game, and Sephora Thailand celebrated her stardom with a "Wear your blush like a baby hippo" ad. But fans say there's no greater thrill than meeting Mudang, because when you come face to face, well, it's all hip hip hooray. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
And the adorable nature of the pygmy hippos hasn't been able to guarantee their survival. Poaching and habitat loss have nearly driven them to extinction, with only about 2,000 of these animals left in the wild.